Hello, I'm Bernard Hickey from interest.co.nz and welcome to 90 at 9, brought to you in association with Bank of New Zealand. This is your morning briefing where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. Starting now with news, the New Zealand dollar hit a post-float high of 83 US cents overnight. It's just dropped down this morning to 82.5 cents, but it also hit a post-float high against the British pound of 50.6 British pence. The New Zealand dollar is up at 71.1 on the trade-weighted index. This is a 3-year high. However, it's still below that July 2007 high of 76.6. That was when the Reserve Bank last intervened. The New Zealand dollar is strong after the Reserve Bank said yesterday in its monetary policy statement it would gradually increase interest rates over the next couple of years by around 2%. Now this is dependent on three things staying controlled, particularly construction inflation. It's a bit worried about what might happen with the rebuild in Christchurch. It also expects households to continue reducing their debt, and the inflationary expectation spike we saw recently, it expects that to be short-lived. If any of those things don't happen and we see higher inflation in construction prices and higher expectations for inflation, the Reserve Bank would therefore increase its track and bring forward the hike in the official cash rate. Most economists have brought forward their expectations of when rates will be hiked to December, in some cases from January or March. And most people see those interest rates rising by around 2, slightly more % over the next couple of years. That would mean the floating mortgage rate gets to just under 8% by the end of 2012. And term deposit rates, one-year term deposit rates, would rise to about 6.6%. Meanwhile, overnight, the European Central Bank held its official cash rate at 1.25% and signalled that short-term inflation, which is up, is likely to fall back. The market took this as a dovish statement and lowered their expectations for interest rates. The euro fell. There are also continued concerns about the Greek crisis. There's a dispute going on between the European Central Bank and the German finance minister. Also, the oil price rose again after OPEC held output. The Dow, it rose overnight, ending a week-long losing streak. Jobs in Australia were weaker than expected, and the New Zealand dollar also strengthened against the Australian dollar to 77.8 Australian cents. I'm Bernard Hickey. That was 90 at 9, brought to you in association with Bank of New Zealand.